So I want to end by reading an opening, a couple of pieces from this month. I've been working for the past couple of months on a series of poems in couplets, now, which has no name. I have no idea what it's called. Various names came to mind, but they are, if I had to have a pistol held to my head, I'd say, well, call it the qasidas. After the Arabic notion of the qasida, a poem in couplets. In Arabic, of course, they rhyme a, because you do that in Arabic. We don't seem to be able to do a rhymes in English very long. So this doesn't rhyme at all. But the difference between the qasida and the ordinary rhyme poem is that each line is distinct in itself and yet forms a unit with the couplet, the line follows it, so that the two together are somewhat different from, stronger than each by itself. And then each couplet does that with each successive couplet, so that you have a continuous poem made up of almost mosaic-like items which can stand by themselves. Anyway, that was the formal gesture that I had in mind in beginning this series. So far there are 90 or so sections written of that. I want to read section 51 just because it opens this manuscript book. Let men praise the awkward revenant. They stalk around in old Confederate uniforms, tattered as Chickamauga, but they speak, and what they say is harsh to listen. But poison also is what dreams are for. It's not all kiss me and go to church. The toxic narratives that spell my sleep leave splinter images in the gaping mind. Awoke too late to close their eyes, so they have a picture's fester, rotting fire, water built of angry crystals, broken air. But still the gentle zombies saunter through cornfields under moonlight reading books, their hands in charge of where all lost words go. Commissars of disappearance and forget. This time Aeneas breaks his gladius, does not plunge it into Tuscan Turnus's breast. A good enemy is a precious friend. Rise up and contradict me while I can, for potency is weak among the living. All libido is borrowed from the dead. They ache their dreams out as our desires. Rare bird of sunshine capering on snow. I see all the ghosts but miss their names. If you know someone's name, they can call you. So I am safe a little from their yearning, though I love the way the shadows angle with the light. Every sky is a temple, every dream a broken law. A few days ago was Bach's birthday. You do the math, 1685. some fairly old birthday. And I did a variation for him just on it's not so much the whole cantata called Wachet auf, ruft uns die Stimme, wake up, the voice is calling us, but that section in the cantata, the duet between bass and soprano, where God and the church, or God and the soul, God and the soul really talk to each other. Wann kommst du mein Heil? Ich komme da. Wachet auf, variations for Bach's birthday. Now that I have done with waking, let me wake. Now let them be. No person is ever speaking only to the spoken to, or let every person be the ear of God. All the variations are on that. The tune at Harborside, the Portuguese girls, the quote from Pessoa facing the cars on the sky, the little ship that goes nowhere, to an island with a hill, where on a clear day you can see the land you're standing on, personless and free. Personhood is a bad part of town, where all the trees belong to people. Wake speaking, woke inside the voice that's calling you. Be the voice that wakes the rest of you. Only when they're all awake will you know who you are. And don't give them sermons for breakfast, unless they can dance around the church, eating bread and wine the farmers bring, hugging each other and letting go, then stuff themselves on song. All posturing anyhow is deity, the clothes in the shop window waiting for your flesh to put each other on. Warm to be worn, and music's always sad, always the row of tones born to fade away, secular decay. We love music because it dies for us, and we forgive our sins as it dies away, wakes brightly into being gone. When there's nothing left of you to be, then just be. The girl by the harbor, you never saw her face. The smoke from her cigarette breathed out into the sea mist. You called out in a small voice, thinking maybe she was someone you knew, or would come to know on the last day of all, when the music ends, or when it finally exists.